Barât, thanks for meeting us. I'm from the website Instigate Debate and I've got a few questions. First one is, would you prefer to be a subject or a citizen?
Well, a citizen, obviously.
How do you feel though?
Fine, how do you feel? No, I see what you mean. Well, I guess increasingly more like a subject, although not a subject of a monarch so much as a faceless. I mean, yeah, the power is waning a little bit.
Right. Second question is, when should we bomb Iran?
When should we bomb Iran? Well, why should we bomb Iran?
But when should we do it? When should we do it?
Well, I mean, when they start bombing us, I guess.
So do you think that if they get a nuclear weapon, America will invade and we'll join in that war? And
well, if they get a nuclear weapon, then America will have a nuclear weapon as well. I think by now I'd be incensed if the country hadn't learned its lesson about getting into America's wars.
Can you name the owner of The Times, The Sun, Sky News, Sky Sports, MySpace, The London Paper and Fox News?
Well, is it the same owner for all of them? Rupert Murdoch?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. That's a bit Berlusconi, isn't it?
It essentially is a monopoly of the press and the media, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, it's a monopoly. Yeah, that is scary. I guess that ties it nicely with what you're saying about subjects and citizens. You know, like, yeah, Murdoch's got so much power, it's insane.
And of course, if we do bomb Iran, he'll be reporting that news, but Murdoch, so...
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you okay with 70% of the British land being owned by 1% of the British people?
No, not at all. That's something. That's the crux of the growing gap, isn't it, between the people and the powers that be? And yeah, I think people only all these houses. I mean, Jesus, the amount of slum landlords I've had in the past who live off having hundreds of houses. I wonder if Mr. Evangeli is listening. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I think that's one thing they could definitely put a limit on. The government could put a limit on how many properties a person can own. I think they're doing something about that with so you have to live in your house in the country or rent it out. But I mean, Jesus, talk about too little, too late.
Absolutely. Recently, Prince William spent £75,000 on flying an RAF helicopter to pick up his girlfriend, then go on to a stag do. How should he be punished for this?
Jesus, what a git. Well, I guess it should be like. I guess it should be like at school when you got some chewing gum. You should like. Have you got enough for everybody kind of mentality, whereby you should offer everyone in the country out of his own pocket.
But of course, it isn't his own pocket; it's taxpayers' money, so it's out of our pocket, as it were.
All right, well, all right. Hell, let's all splash out on a helicopter ride to a stag do and good times.
What does the word dictatorship mean to you?
It means. Having no control or living in a place where you have no control or voice as to how you're governed.
When an individual's personal wealth exceeds £2 million, what should be done with the rest of it?
Well, given you're living in an economy where £2 million is by far or pretty much all you need, I dare say, for the rest of your life, then I don't know about putting a cap on it, because again, where would it end?
What if your personal wealth exceeds £2 million, what will you do with the rest of it? What would you choose to do with the rest of it?
Well, first I'll pinch myself. I'd put it to causes, I guess. I mean, yeah, I certainly believe in sharing the wealth. It doesn't mean come asking me for a freebie though, if I win the lottery. But no, trust me, I will.
Okay. Which country locks up more of its people than Zimbabwe, China, Sudan, Syria, Burma and Saudi Arabia?
Not put together?
Not put together, no, just individually. Which country?
America?
No, it's actually Britain.
Really?
Yeah.
And America?
Well, no, actually probably just Britain.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's ridiculous. It doesn't work, does it?
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
No, that's far out now.
Then time back to our definition of dictatorship.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty scandalous. I mean, yeah, again, it raises a problem. What do you do? I mean, how do you start to even approach that?
Exactly. 80% of the Earth's ancient forests have already been either destroyed or degraded. How long should we give it to the remaining 20%?
Well, it depends. It depends how long you want to live, really, doesn't it? I mean, yeah. I mean, how long do you want to live?
Yeah.
Well, we should. I mean, yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, again, I feel people are utterly powerless. If you start like preaching it, then you're just a little splinter faction. And everyone think everyone thinks you're a nutter. But then that's where it's important to have a direct link between people and power, which is right now non-existent. So I see what you're getting at with this whole thing.
Absolutely. Should we legalise cannabis?
That's another tough one, really, because it's another touch tape. Where's that going to lead? I mean, personally, just for the sense of liberty, I think in an anti-compensation culture way, people should be allowed to master their own destiny to an extent. But I mean, that requires a great deal of thought. But off the bat, I'd say yes. I think it should be.
In London alone, 7,000 historically owned family shops have disappeared in the past 6 years. Which is your favourite Cologne high street chain, and why?
Probably Ann Summers. No, I don't go shopping much. Sometimes I go to Sainsbury's, but yeah, I do try and buy stuff from a shop which is independent, and I prefer independent shops anyway. And I do miss having the butchers, bakers, candlestick makers.
But there must be one that you use because of ease of use.
Yeah, I go to Sainsbury's because Jamie Oliver's so lovely. No, I go to Sainsbury's because it's close. But.
And would you, if you had more of an option to use small shops, would you patronise them rather than going to a massive faceless chain?
Yeah, no, well, I don't always go to Sainsbury's. So, but obviously, I'd favour the smaller shops, anything with a bit of independence and character, which is what you're lacking in this sort of bland, hard-faced corporate high street world, which is increasingly becoming.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, Carl. Thank you.